Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com and the author of Alcohol Lied to Me, the best-selling book that has helped hundreds of thousands of people to escape the loop of problem drinking. And the best thing about it is I give it away free. You can get it absolutely free. Just go to the website, StopDrinkingExpert.com. All right. Happy Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas day, but I wanted to make a video with my emergency Christmas hangover solution. And just like the joke goes, you know what's good for a hangover? Drinking heavily the night before. So I don't really have a hangover solution because there is no such thing. And you will see many scams doing the rounds this time of year, and they are a variety of different things. There are pre-hangover prevention and there are post-hangover solutions. They are all 100% horseshit. None of them work. You will see supplements that promise you that if you take these tablets before you start drinking, you will not have a hangover. They are liars. You will see supplements that say they cure a hangover. They are also liars. You know why? Because a hangover is not an illness. It's not a bug you've picked up. It's not a virus or something like that. A hangover is what it feels like to be poisoned. That hangover is the body telling you you've been poisoned. Now, the reason alcohol is so devious and so tricky is that hangover feeling that you get, really, you should experience it within about 20 minutes of drinking alcohol, like you would with any other poison. If I gave you some poison, or let's say even some food that had gone bad, some moldy chicken or something like that, within about 20 minutes of eating that poisonous substance, your body would start to ring alarm bells. You would start to feel nauseous. Your stomach would start to grumble. You would maybe vomit. You would start to get a temperature. You would start to feel very, very poorly indeed. So why doesn't that happen when you drink alcohol? If anything, when you start drinking, you feel better, don't you? You feel happier. You're laughing. You're joking. You're having a good time. But how can that be if what I'm saying is true and that you are drinking poison? And this is why alcohol is so devious, in that the anesthetic nature of the drug hides the effect that you would normally get from drinking poison. So it poisons you and then covers up the evidence that it's poisoned you until you stop drinking the anesthetic. AKA, you wake up the day after Christmas Day feeling like, well, insert your own expletive there. You feel terrible. You've got a headache. You feel sick. You're shaking all over. You've got no energy. You just feel awful. You just want it to end. And you want to lie on the sofa all day and not move. And that is because you are now finally feeling the effects of being poisoned. So that's the truth. So there is no such thing as a hangover cure. There's no such thing as a tablet you can take to prevent a hangover. It's all absolute garbage. It's all there just to take your money away from you. So look, if you're here with a hangover and you've been thinking about dealing with your drinking for a while now, I want to ask you a question. There would have been a reason why you hadn't dealt with this before Christmas. Why didn't you stop drinking on Christmas Eve? Why didn't you stop drinking 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago? And normally the unspoken answer is, well, I can't imagine having a Christmas without alcohol. Or it just feels like it would be boring. Or you think, well, I'll just get Christmas out of the way and then I'll get started. So let me ask you a question. Did drinking on Christmas Day make it better or worse? And be honest about that. Did you spend real quality time with your children? Did you play with their toys with them? Did you give them your full attention? Did you have stimulating conversations, or did you laugh at things that weren't really funny? Or maybe even worse than that, did you do what a lot of people do? Did you get into an argument with a family member? Did you say something that was just completely inappropriate and way out of line? And if you'd been sober, you wouldn't have said it. Did you have a row with your wife or your husband? Did it spoil the day? Or maybe you did what I normally used to do when I was drinking and just slept the entire day. All the build up to this magical day, get up at 5 a.m. with the kids. They rip open their presents. Dad starts drinking. By lunchtime, he's a zombie on the sofa, and that's the end of Christmas. Wow, beautiful. So, look, the chances are good if alcohol was in your life on Christmas Day, it reduced your experience. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is it completely ruined Christmas. So I'm here to encourage you to get started today, right now, not tomorrow, today. But Craig, it's New Year's Eve in a week. Look, if you're really worried about New Year's Eve without alcohol, then I want you to change the way you think about it. As we say in NLP, I want you to reframe New Year's Eve. I want you to imagine that you've been given a project, $100,000 project, and all you've got to do is observe New Year's Eve through sober eyes. I want you to see what alcohol does to people. And it's not just the big stuff. It's not the car accidents and the relationships that will fall apart and the abuse that will go on because of alcohol on New Year's Eve. It's the little stuff. It's like your friends who are successful in their careers, highly intelligent, really astute individuals. You watch them turn from that into shaved monkeys, laughing at nothing, telling the same story over and over again, laughing in the same place, slurring their words, saying inappropriate things. You see intelligent people go from respectable and impressive to just basic life forms. It's fascinating to watch it. So on New Year's Eve, if you've grasped the nettle and you've decided to get started on your own happy, sober path, don't see it as you're missing out. See it as an experiment, a social experiment. You are going to observe what alcohol does from the start to the end of the evening. And if you are worried about that feeling of missing out, you'll only have to worry about that for about 1 hour. The first hour of drinking does require a bit of willpower, because you look around and it appears that everyone's laughing and joking and everything is fine. The alcohol appears to be enhancing the evening for everyone apart from you. But after 1 hour, you will start to see the truth. Those people who were eloquent and good orators start slurring and stumbling their words, forgetting that they've told this story already. You'll see intelligent people become right thickos. You will see people stumbling, falling over and hurting themselves. You will see occasionally someone hurts themselves so badly they have to go to the emergency room. You will see couples who were in love at the start of the evening in a furious argument. You will see husbands cheating on their wives and wives cheating on their husbands. You will see a whole array of harm and damage caused by this harmless social pleasantry. It's a fascinating experiment, and I encourage you to do it. If you need some help, then do it. Pull the trigger. Get started on my course at stopdrinkingexpert.com. Thanks so much for watching. Happy New Year. I hope 2024 is a fantastic, sober journey for you, and I will see you in the next episode.